Welcome to a junk journal with me. Stick around for an unconventional fluid art method. I'll also be doing glitter gluing and automatic drawing and painting as well. So this is just like a little sneak preview of what I'll be working on. But now getting into the actual video, so this is some automatic drawing and it's basically outlining shapes and turning it into things, and it's a really easy way to create. Using recycled materials as a background, then painting over the top, it provides not only texture, but it gives a starting point to what to draw, if that makes sense. The shapes are already there, you just need to turn it into something. So I've just done a portal and my logo, some stars, some abstract grass, an alien and a window, and there's also like my medication packaging. There's some corrugated cardboard as well. And moving on to the next piece, we've got an alien, we've got some like stairs, we've got some, well, there's one window currently, but yeah, there's another one there. We've got a soul, we've got some aliens, we've got some more souls, some stars, portal, some like fish kind of alien, I don't know. Some more stars and some more portals and like stairway area, rock area. This one turned out ace and like it just flowed, man. Sick. We love it when that happens. Moving on to ephemera, so I'm just sticking down some cut out ephemera, drawing a portal, adding some windows and sticking down some hole punch stars. So they're really fun to use, a hole punch stars, and here's a little close up. So we've got an alien there, got a portal, some stars, some grass, again it's abstract. We've got some more cut out ephemera, aliens, and yeah, some more hole punch stars, and obviously they're windows. Yeah, so that's how this piece turned out. You may have seen some of these on my shorts because I have uploaded them recently. If you look at my shorts, that is, or like if you're new here, you might not have seen them. But anyways, moving on to glitter glue. So I use Galactic glitter glue from B&M, and I also use Unicorn paint, which is a glitter paint, and yeah, I use them for windows and portals, and this is how this piece turned out. So I'd already pre-done the drawing and obviously the painting and sticking, reverse all that order, and that's how you do it. This is another piece that I've done the glitter glue on. Just putting it to dry, and here's a little bit of what I've been working on, and grabbing another book. So we'll also be doing the glitter glue stage on this book, and here's a little sneak preview at what I've got so far. It's not finished, but it's almost there, do you know what I mean? So yeah, we found another page to do glitter gluing on, and give me a second, I just need to get my bumblebee, and oh well, it's time to paint. That was a quick, wasn't it? So now I've got an ultramarine sort of blue colour, and this is an unconventional fluid art method. So you put your paint in as normal. You can do patterns with it if you want to, but you'll be swirling it around anyway, creating like a different pattern. So it don't really matter how you put it in the thing. The point is you just don't mix it correctly. You'll see why in a moment, but like this is a way to do fluid art that isn't wasteful, because you don't need them cups. Like, alright, it might provide like a certain look, but like it uses so much paint, and like this is a box of like all my stuff to paint. But anyway, I'm just grabbing a book, and basically what you do is you roll the paintbrush, you like scoop it up and you plop it down by rolling it, like, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I'll show you again. Like, you're basically picking it up. Alright, so I'm a bit off camera here, but sorry guys. I do angle it in a second so you can see. And then you just sort of like roll the paintbrush. And look at that! Look how sick that is. Yeah, man. So I'm just like repeating the process until like I've filled all that area that I'm wanting to do fluid art on. Now, yeah, it does take a while to dry, but like, so does any fluid art, do you know what I mean? This method does work with like any sort of size brush. It doesn't really work that well with a flat tip brush, but like, it probably still is possible, do you know what I mean? Use what you have already. I wouldn't suggest buying like brushes just for this, although like cheap brushes probably are your friend for this, because like it does mess up the brush quite quickly. So maybe don't use your expensive brushes on this technique. But what my point is, like, you can use any size brush, like a big brush or a little brush. Just try get it, I don't know, to not be a flat tip. Anyways, here I'm just painting the rest of like where I want to paint, basically. And here's a little close-up of the fluid art. Look how funky that is. Here I'm just painting a few extra areas, and here's a close-up of it. So I do like expressive painting. That's why it's not all neat and perfectionism. It's expressing my emotions, and colours actually have like a deeper meaning behind it. Like the colours you select to use, well, have a little Google, because like there's a positive meaning and a negative meaning, and I find it really interesting. But like, it is subjective. It depends on the day, it depends on the person, it depends on your belief systems. Like red can represent love, it can represent anger, it can represent passion, ambition, it can represent lots of things, but it depends who you are, what you believe, and what resonates at that time period. So yeah, have a little look up for yourself of that if you're interested. Currently I'm just painting a background that I pre-stuck, and I'm not really doing any methods that are like, well, it's probably like dry brushing technique actually. But I was just going to say I go with the flow. Like, I'm not planning a certain method to use, and I'm just sort of like dragging the brush across and picking up texture, to be honest. So yeah, it probably is dry brushing technique. And these are just some scrap pieces of paper that like I were no longer needing, probably cut-offs from cut-out ephemera. And I've got some like envelope inside. I've got some leaflets stuck down as well. So basically I don't really have a plan like creating these junk journals. It's all about expressing and trying to do something with like what people deem as rubbish. It's actually not rubbish, it's a treasure. Like, it absolutely is. What you can create from what people deem as rubbish, like, it's just ace, man. Recycled materials make it easy to create. Like, you just collage a background of recycled materials and you paint over it like I'm doing here. And then you draw over the top of it by outlining the shapes, the automatic drawing, so what I showed you earlier. And then you've got like a picture, and you can add like ephemera to it if you want. There's various types. I mainly use cut out ephemera and hole punch stars, and obviously mine's in a cosmic theme, but you can totally do this like any theme you want, really. Like, it'd really work well for like underwater theme, I think. So this is a base layer. I will be going over it with another colour, and I'm not really like being all perfectionism, as I've said, because like that takes away from the expression. So basically I'm just letting my hand move however it wants to move, wherever it wants to move, if that makes sense. So if I feel like painting all aggressive, I'm going to do that, and like I'm showing there. Or if I feel like being light and floaty, I'll do that, or anything in between. Here's a little close-up of the areas that I've painted, and I've not painted it all because I want to use different colours on them sections, and I just want this like purple colour to dry. It is using up the rest of like the fluid art the mixture that I made, but like it's just blended all together and it created a dark purple. So moving on to the next bulk, we've got a Heinz beans packaging, we've got a pizza packaging, we've got some lined paper, and I think that's pretty much it on there, to be honest. Or maybe some brown paper as well, packaging from Amazon. And I've got this like tealy sort of mint green colour. I can never actually tell the difference between which one's which, like name wise, but like I know they're different. I think teal's darker, isn't it? But anyway, it's like I think they call it aqua green, to be honest. Anyway, it's by Liquitex Basic Acrylic or Basics Acrylic. I never know which one it is. Anyways, I'm just painting a layer over the top. It's a fairly thick layer. This paint's really good for covering recycled materials, actually. But pro tip for covering recycled materials, use white gesso. Now, white gesso does lighten the colour, obviously, because it's white. But it's thick like paint, or is it opaque, the one that like covers really well, like you can't see through it, and you don't need that much paint of it because like it covers that well. Anyways, Liquitex Basics Acrylic, they have some really good quality paint basically, and it's fairly cheap. I mean, it might not be cheap to some people, but like it's in the £5 region. Like it may be less, it may be more slightly, but it's definitely less than £10, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that's expensive, but anyways, you get a decent size for it, and this is not sponsored, don't worry. I'm just letting you know, a good product for creating junk journals. So as some of you may know, I am self-employed now, and in the future I would like to start selling junk journals. So let me know in the comments, would you prefer a pre-stuck background one or pre-stuck and painted version, and then you've just got the drawing to do? Up to yous. Let me know what you think in the comments, please and thank you. Look at that ombre type thing. Yeah, man. Right, so I just basically haven't washed my brush and I'm painting with it anyways, and it produced that effect. So yeah, that's sick. I'm just doing the same thing again, just like picking up the texture, and maybe I had a bit of purple in the palette, to be honest, but anyways, I'm picking up texture, and I've not washed my brush throughout the entirety of this. So yeah, or maybe I've got a different brush actually, but like same applies. I rarely wash my brush for painting, because I like the texture and blends and differentness that it provides from not washing your brush. But anyways, this is a close up, and look how cool that is. Like, we've got loads of texture, and I'm all about texture if you haven't noticed, so that makes me happy. So yeah, this is just like a close up of what I've got, and yeah man, I'm loving it. Just grabbing another book, and yeah, we're gonna do some more painting. So the same method applies. I'm not washing my brush, and I'm painting with a bunch of different colours this time. So I've got blue and purple, and obviously like that mint green, teal colour, whatever the fuck I want to call it. Anyways, here's a close-up of what I painted, and look at that texture from the cardboard. Like, that's ace, man. And then we've got like a bit of purple on top of it, and then it goes into like this ultramarine blue for like the paper that I've used for the background. Probably junk mail, to be honest, or pages that I no longer need. And here's another close-up of some more cardboard. I don't know why I did a mint green teal square, but I did. So anyway, I'm just sticking this to dry, and you may be glad to know that the video is now complete.